Jackson Pollock by Cole Harper. Paul Jackson Pollock, known as Jackson Pollock, was born January 28, 1912. He died August 11, 1956, at age 44. Jackson Pollock was famous for splattering paint on really big canvases. He did not only use paintbrushes, he used sticks and anything he could find that splattered the way he liked. He wanted people to feel the action in his paintings. His best-known art paintings are Full Fathom 5, 1947, Autumn Rhythm, 1950, Easter, 1953, and Blue Poles, 1952. I personally like Landscape Austere the best. Going West is an early pro painting that he made. He is a major figure in abstract expressionism. Jackson Pollock grew up in Arizona and California. Jackson Pollock had 4 older brothers. Jackson Pollock's mom preferred to see her sons working on art, probably because of Jackson's mother's encouragement. 3 of Jackson's brothers became artists. A Native American told Jackson Pollock stories, which later made an impact on his paintings. Jackson Pollock's father, Leroy, was a farmer and later became a land surveyor for the government. In 1930, he moved to New York after his older brother did. They both studied under Thomas Hart Benton at the Art Students League. This had little influence on Jackson Pollock, probably because he was so stubborn. Jackson spent a summer in the early 1930s touring the western United States with Glenn Rounds, who was an art student, and Thomas Benton was their teacher. Jackson Pollock signed a contract with Peggy Guggenheim in July 1943. He was assigned to make a mural which measured about 8 feet long by 20 feet tall for the entry of her townhouse. After art critic Clinton Greenberg saw it, she wrote, "I took one look at it and I thought, now that is great art, and knew Jackson is the best painter this country has ever produced." Blue Poles is known as Jackson Pollock's most famous painting. I do not see why. It looks like a lot of his paintings. It is an interesting painting, though. It is splattered with poles that are painted, then a little bit more splattering on top of the poles. A couple places formed fireworks that are mostly yellow. Then there are yellow letters. It does not look like a really complex painting, and you can see a lot of shapes and objects in it, though. My favorite painting is a Landscape Austere, 1937. I saw it after I picked my artist. It has a bull that is black, a horse head behind the bull, fire, then I see an evil spirit. I can see its mouth and its eyes. It looks like it is going to do something really bad. I can see a bat in the background that is blue. I think this painting should be his most famous piece of art. That is the best painting I've ever seen in my life. Even though Jackson got very famous in his lifetime, he was often unhappy. I had never heard of him till this year in my life. I have never seen a painting like his before. He stopped doing oil painting and did splattering paintings. I thought the oil paintings were just a little bit better. He always had to get everything perfect. He got mad at himself a lot. Jackson Pollock is probably not the best person to be around. He would probably be unpleasant and drinking a lot of alcohol and smoking a lot of cigarettes. The ash from his cigarettes are on his paintings. He would be unhappy a lot, wanting to work on his art. He died in a single car crash at the early age of 44 years old while he was under the influence of alcohol. Even though he wouldn't have been fun to be around, I still enjoy being around his art.